after White's next move, we will surpass the world record.
Yeah.
Kaya, you're ready. We're ready to celebrate.
Yep. I wish I had some champagne for you guys. We should have it.
Can we just get champagne in here? Just for the hell of it. We need a couple of bottles each.
Okay, so
just for this occasion.
This has been move 124 by both players, and now White is about to make move 125, and that will be a new record for these title matches.
It's a world
Breaking
record,
records.
you guys. The most moves ever played in a world championship match. Here it is on the board, and they've been playing for now 7.5 hours, these two. It's a very long day to play chess. Do you see a chance of, especially then Jan, making an error at this point now?
I mean, Simon and I, we're still unsure, I think, whether White has, sufficient winning chances, but definitely in practical terms over the board, I think all the chances in the world. Those pawns will march forward eventually, and Magnus is trying to tire out Jan before that happens.
I'm trying to work out why this is a draw, and the only thing I can think of is that at some point when you push the pawns forwards, they can't protect your king as well. Because at the moment, White's using those pawns to block the check, but when they get very near to queening, the black queen can get around behind and have many checks. But for a human, even if this is a table-based draw, even if this is a draw, it's so hard to find those right checks at the right time. So if I was a gambling man, which clearly I'm not,
you never would.
I'd probably.
You'd back White.
I don't know. I'd give 55%, 60% for White to win this.
Left behind, so you have to be careful which White pawn you push. Either way, it's time for that moment.
Cheers, you guys.
Cheers.
135 years of World Championship history. We have a world record today.
Brilliant.
Cheers to everyone.
And cheers to the viewers, I guess.
Cheers, guys.
More than 7.5 hours now playing this game.
Giving everything to us, all their blood, sweat and tears.
Exactly.
Just in this one game.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Magnus has put his rook on an outpost defended by a pawn. He's getting ready to march the white king forward. The white pawns will soon start to push as well.
I've been trying to figure out what is the best configuration for the king and the knight and the rook. Just because when you do advance the pawns, you want your king to be in the safest square. I mean, how far up the board can the king go? The white king, that is.
It's difficult. I think as soon as the white king goes to the side of the board now, the black queen will swing across and trap it on the side of the board. The white king wants to kind of be semi in the centre, but not quite. I think it just wants to stop the black queen getting close to it. So, OK, Magnus first just giving a check. He's happily just stacking up those moves, racking up the move count. And remember, the last capture was on move 115. So he's done nothing for 12 moves. But
you guys just hang around far too much together. You really do. It's just like, you know, I bet you...
Oh, me and Magnus, yeah?
Yeah, I bet you just have... I bet you have jokes. You're like, Magnus, if you get a chance, try to get to 200 moves. All right, Dave, I'll do it just for you. And it's like, yeah.
I can exclusively reveal that when I played a 143-move game recently, he did message afterwards, so he was watching.
Right, so he's definitely trying to beat 143.
Yeah. What did he say, David?
He said something about good stamina, old man, I think. But he's right, it's not easy for sure, the stamina. And the players, remember, there's a game tomorrow. They will be feeling it tomorrow as well. So it's not just about putting Nepomniachtchi under pressure now, it's about putting him under pressure over the next 24 hours.
Will a long game like this break the routine?
For me, no. It's just an average Friday. But for Nepomniachtchi, for sure, it will break the routine. I mean, he won't be able to prepare tonight. He's lost a few hours where he could be studying openings. He's lost a few hours where he could just be hanging out, having dinner with his friends, with his team. Yeah. Of course, it breaks Magnus's routine as well, but maybe he thinks it's worth it. And, OK, another check, another king move. And the black king all the way back to its starting square. Move 129, and the black king is back where it started the game.
Wow. Actually quite nice, this drink, by the way.
Yeah, well, it was
not bad, is it?
Cold and sugar. It was just perfect.
Give me some sugar.
Yeah. Well, we have
here we go again. Whoa.
So that means 179 now.
Yeah.
All right.
But it means that Magnus doesn't necessarily want to break the world record. Otherwise, he would have waited till move 160 before pushing that.
Oh, my words.
Damn.
Well, OK, so how could we see this game end at some point? How could it end? what is Magnus trying to do? Obviously, get his pawns over to the other side.
Yep.
When will he give up? What will have him give up?
I think the only way Magnus will ever give up this one is if black achieves perpetual check, which means checking forever, and white's king being unable to escape those checks. Or the position repeating itself 3 times. Or maybe the 50-move rule. I don't think Magnus will offer a draw unless there's really no chances left anymore.
No, he's going to try every single thing. I suppose, again, we've talked about why this might be a draw. White's pieces are going up the board, and at some point they just have to go all the way up the board, and that will leave the white king very exposed to checks from behind. At the moment, they kind of cover things more, but the further they get up, the more checks that black has. But I think if you get the right configuration of pieces, then you can still win this one, definitely. So it's really... Well, I mean, maybe 50-50 is a fair result. I mean, between a draw and a win. I keep changing my mind, but I don't know. Well, I mean, David, what do you think?
Yeah, I would...
What chances are here? Yeah.
Be inclined to agree. I think the winning chances for Magnus are just as good as the likelihood he'll end in the draw. And there we go. The black queen pinning the white rook, but white's king is going to move again. And we're going to go round and round in circles for a while, and then another white pawn will push later on. And
look at that. In honor of the new world record, Chess24 Premium is having a flash sale. So you can now get 50% off Chess24 Premium membership. And remember, they do have this new very, very, very cool play zone on Chess24. So that is a great sale to join in on. Flash sale 50 on Chess24. That is the code to use.
I told you guys, chess is the winner today. Everyone's the winner at home. Celebrating this with a bargain.
And I heard if you are an arbiter, you get Chess24, all the chessboard courses free because of my insults. I'm joking. I do want to say, I feel really bad now. There's so many great arbiters out there.
And he just trashed them all, Simon.
I only trashed a percentage of them. Most of you are lovely. So next time I'm playing a tournament, just go easy on me, please. You know, first round, black pieces, second round, black pieces, third round. No, I love arbiters, really.
And the bar now. Is that the highest it's been all game for Magnus?
White is definitely making some serious progress.
Yeah.
I think it might be. There was one move, I think, just before move 40, where Magnus had a huge opportunity, but since then, this is maybe the best position he's had.
Yeah.
And notice he's going forward on every turn. Earlier, the white pawn pushed forward. Now the white king has stepped as far forward as possible, and the white knight, yes, it's on the edge of the board, but is acting as a shield for the white king. And yeah, we talk about progress in endgames, but just kind of achieving a goal, a small mini goal, and then moving on to the next goal. And Magnus is achieving it step by step. So yeah, for sure. The computer might say it's still a draw, but Nepomniachtchi is going to start getting...
And it seems like black's queen is on the wrong side of the board here.
Yeah.
And it needs
to be behind.
It needs to be behind. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be running out of oxygen in this area of the board. So I'm sure it will switch back around to come behind or something here.
And according to Sese, it's winning for white.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Right, what's
just
that?
before this
Queen
last move...
H7. What's this?
OK, the queen stepped back attacking the white rook.
Why? Why is it going this way? I don't understand it.
There's a clever move
Look
here.
at the bar. What's happening? Is Magnus winning?
He's winning.
Yeah.
He can actually push his pawn forward, leave
Amazing.
the white rook attacked, and this would be winning pretty much instantly. The computer says checkmate in 38, but I think it's going to be actually easier than that.
Wow.
Look at this. Stockfish confirms. White has one move that's much better than all the others, and Magnus has just leaned forward. I think he spotted it. This is not obvious. This is not easy for a human. Your rook is attacked. You want to defend it or move it, but you can actually leave that rook where it is, and that move wins.
Can we show it on the board?
Yeah, we have to show it.
So if you push the pawn, it leaves the rook on pre. But why can't black take that rook, David?
Yeah, so the queen attacking the rook, if the pawn marches forward, queen takes rook is met by a knight fork. Knights are the trickiest pieces in chess. This is a check, and next move, you win the black queen. And yeah, as long as you have one pawn left in this type of situation to become a queen later, you win the game. A knight on its own wouldn't win, but this pawn would.
What an opportunity. He's got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to find it.
Is he going to find it? This pawn push.
Yeah.
We should mention rook to f6, so just moving the rook to safety is also strong. So maybe that's going to tempt Magnus. It's a safer option. But this one would pretty much win the game because actually black is just tied down. Black can barely do anything. If you move the king, there's a nasty check, and the black queen drops as well. If you check, then actually white has a variety of moves. You can even just sidestep. And same idea. If queen takes pawn,
so what if black tries? I think black's put the queen on the wrong square. The black queen is running out of oxygen because it's too near the white pieces. So what if white tries to swing it all the way over? Has he played it? Has he gone for it?
He's played the winning move.
He's played it. He's done it.
Let's also now get Jan Nepomniachtchi in the picture. Is he noticing this?
Okay. Oh, he's frowning. He's leant forward. He's trying to keep a poker face, but he knows he's in big trouble now. The Russian is about to go down. After all of that defense, after defending successfully for 130 moves, he put his queen on the wrong square, on the wrong circuit, and it's game over almost.
Unbelievable. This is what pressure does. This is what this ongoing attack does. And Magnus is just pressure. And
focus now, look at it.
And total focus. He realises here. I mean, I still don't quite see it if the queen comes all the way over to a7 to win, but I'm trying to work it out now. But
it's just that the white king can advance, and he can
checks.
Advance safely with no checks.
Right.
And that's is the big issue.
Yeah. Wow.
White rook's going to step two squares forward.
Yeah, OK, it's
the knight is going to come and give check.
Wow.
No.
This game could be over any moment,
Can't
actually.
believe it. So this is going to be the round... I forgot what round we're in. Six. Round 6 win that happens so often in the World Championships, and this is going to be such a blow for Jan. Let's remember, Jan was winning this game. He was winning this game, and this is going to be horrendous for him to lose this. Yeah,
that's
horrendous.
Yeah.
After almost 8 hours as well, and he's got 2 more games to play before the rest day, and he's spending a lot of time now ticking under 1.5 minutes to save this game.
And Simon, I've got to give you credit. You called it a long time ago. Despite the computer saying 0.0 for 50, 60 moves, you said practical chances. It's so easy for white to play. It's so easy for black to blunder. And Magnus, he did nothing for so many moves, but when he started pushing forward, he allowed Nepomniachtchi to go wrong, and Nepomniachtchi failed to find the right solution.
And he's only got a minute left now. But I mean, if Magnus finds the right moves, he will win this game.
And is that hard? Is it hard for Magnus to be accurate in this situation?
It could still go wrong here.
No, not really.
Can you win on the spot?
He can move his rook to the f7 square.
Yeah, you can move your rook 2 squares forward. Remember, if the black queen takes this pawn in the centre...
Got to find this move, though. Got to find this move. If he finds it, he wins. Yeah.
But
which move does he have to find?
He has to find the rook moving up 2 squares, and then the knight will come in and give a check. I mean, he saw the original tactic.
Instantly.
Winning king and pawn in if you take the
exactly.
If Magnus picks up his rook and moves it
2 squares
forward, he's winning. Look at the bar.
That's it.
18.5 for the world champion.
Massive. Is he
and
has
he done it?
Has he done it?
He's found it.
He's played it.
Wow.
He's done it.
Well, look at that. Look at the bar. Will Jan Nepomniachtchi resign now?
Let's keep an eye on the players.
He won't resign.
I think he's going to resign.
He can't resign.
Let's get both players in the picture to see what happens now.
But what else can he do? White's knight next move is just going to go up to check, and then the white pawn's going to march forward and make a new queen.
That pawn's coming. Eddie the eagle has going to land on e8 here.
Wow.
And one line here is if you take the pawn, it's very close to being a draw, but there's only going to be 1 pawn remaining, and that pawn is the winning pawn.
We'll show this a bit later on.
It's crazy, of course.
We can't go away from the players right now, but we will show this variation.
I mean, how long has this gone on for? This is incredible.
7 hours and 45 minutes. 134 moves.
Wow, unbelievable.
Crazy.
I mean,
this
is
Magnus
power. He's trying anything he can now.
Okay, he's moved his king across 1 square, so...
But maybe just pawn on. E7, doesn't that win?
Well, hang on, then the king can run to the e8 square, so maybe
the knight check, knight f6 check, yeah.
But then king takes rook and king takes knight, and it's not over yet.
So you can still mess it up if you're called Simon, but if you're called Magnus, you probably won't here.
But look at this. White has another pawn in his pocket.
Right.
They march forward together.
Torturous.
We talked about the pawns, the rook, the knight, all of them now combining in harmony together. And next move, the white pawn's going to step up, check against the black king, and white's going to make a new queen. It's game over now.
Wow.
No hope for Nepomniachtchi. Look at Magnus as well, wiping his face.
He knows it.
He knows he's got it. He's clinched
it. Unbelievable. I mean, you can tell that, you should never relax until it's over, but he's just taken a bit of a side there. And this is... this has been an incredible game.
And in that classic Magnus Carlsen fashion as well, people have questioned his motivation. Is he still the same? And he plays for 7 hours and 45 minutes. Everyone's saying this is a draw, and he clinches it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And This last move is so classy, I've got to say, by Magnus. He's allowing checks, but he's going to run with the white king all the way in front of the white knight. He's going to march his king the whole way up the board to sit in front of the white knight.
Brilliant.
And no more checks. And the white pawn will make a new queen.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I have a question.
Final touch, so sophisticated and
no stalemates, nothing.
I have a question for you both. Is this the type of loss that is maybe going to cause Jan Nepomniachtchi to tilt?
to crumble.
Yeah.
I think this would
Because
cause
it's
anyone
devastating. You know,
I mean,
one...
who would not be upset after this?
Right.
This is incredible. You were winning, you were drawing. It's a long game. You're tired.
He fought hard.
He played
so
really well.
Long.
And I mean, this could crush a lot of people.
It's going to be so interesting to see in the next 2 days now, tomorrow and Sunday.
Yeah, we have our first win.
There we go.
We have it.
We have a handshake.
The first decided game, and we hear applause from Dubai. Magnus Carlsen, the world champion, in Game 6. That always ends up with drama, and he wins it, and they actually talk about it.